Roofers, I want to ask you something direct. If you went dark for a week, no new installs, no paid ads, no calls, would you still have leads flowing, jobs being booked, and projects moving forward without babysitting every step? Because if the answer is no, you don't have a business, you have a job. And let me guess, it's a job where you're the sales rep, the admin, the project manager, and the babysitter, all rolled into one. Now look, that might have worked when it was just you and a helper doing $400,000 a year. But if you want to grow past $1 million or even $3 million, that kind of hustle breaks down. Most roofing companies are held together by duct tape, DMs, and good luck. They don't have a system. They've just been getting by. What you actually need is a system that works without you. We call ours the Roofing Growth OS because it runs like an operating system for your business. Every lead, every sale, every job, every follow-up, every review. It's the foundation that makes your business work even when you're not working. And the best part, it's built to fit your business, not the other way around. We customize this to work with whatever tools you're using. Go High Level, Job Nimbus, AccuLinks, HubSpot, Roofer, or Proline. This isn't about changing your whole world. It's about installing systems that protect your time, automate your growth, and help you scale without working yourself into the ground. The Roofing Growth OS breaks down into two main parts. You've got your external systems, that's everything dealing with leads, prospects, and customers coming into your business. Then you've got your internal systems, that's all the behind the scenes stuff. Finding good people, getting them trained up, and making sure everything runs smooth without you having to babysit it. Now, within those two systems, you can see we have 8 smaller systems. The first system we are going to cover is the lead traffic control system. The purpose of this system is to centralize and track every lead from every source and know exactly where they came from, how they got to you, and what to do next. It solves the problem. Roofers are often flying blind. They have no idea which ad brought in the lead, no idea how many were missed. On top of that, leads buried in text threads or scribbled in notebooks. This is how it works. All lead sources, web forms, Facebook, Google, canvassers, yard signs, etc. feed into one. Leads are auto-tagged by source and location. Missed calls are followed up instantly. Canvassers use mobile forms to input new leads directly. Admins, SDRs, and owners all see the same pipeline with real-time status updates. The metrics we track here are lead source breakdown, cost per lead, and conversion per source. This matters because if you can't measure it, you can't fix it. This system gives you a bird's eye view of your entire lead ecosystem, what's working, what's leaking, and where to double down. Next, we have our speed to lead system. So the purpose of this system is to capture and convert hot leads before your competitors even pick up the phone. Look, here's what it solves. Delays kill deals, period. If you're calling a lead the next day, you're already too late. That homeowner with water dripping in their living room isn't waiting around. Here's how it works. When a new lead completes a form, the first thing we do is filter them and add them to your pipeline. But here's where it gets smart. If they select storm damage, that gets flagged as urgent and goes straight to our storm lead protocol. For regular leads, our AI concierge reaches out within 60 seconds to qualify them. We're checking zip code, budget, roof type, timeline, all your rules. Now, if they don't qualify, maybe they're renters or outside your service area, we either disqualify them or send them to a subcontractor partner for a referral fee. Easy money off leads you can't use anyway. If they do qualify, we book that roof inspection and update your pipeline automatically. But here's the key part. If they don't respond or seem hesitant, we don't just give up. We hit them with unlimited follow-ups until they either book or tell us they're not interested. Then they go into our educational nurture sequences with reminders through SMS and email automations. The metrics we're tracking: average time to response, qualification rate, and how many inspections we're booking per 100 leads. Why does this matter? These leads are worth $2,500 to $20,000 or more. Every single one you miss or delay is literally money burned. This system makes sure you strike while the iron's hot and nothing falls through the cracks. Next, we have our storm lead protocol. The purpose of this system is to treat storm leads like the emergencies they are and earn trust through speed, empathy, and precision. Most roofers treat storm damage like regular leads. Meanwhile, homeowners are panicked. Water's pouring into their house and they're desperate for answers. You can't handle these the same way. So, here's how this works. When a storm lead enters the pipeline, we immediately let them know they'll be contacted by our AI concierge, and we're transparent about it. This is faster service, not a runaround. Our AI voice concierge calls within minutes, but if the lead doesn't answer or needs immediate human contact, it gets passed to our storm response coordinator. Now here's where we assess urgency. We're asking, is tarping needed immediately? Is the area safe? Where exactly is the water coming in? Based on their answers, we categorize it as either critical or standard. If it's critical, water actively pouring in, major structural damage, we send an internal alert to your project response team immediately. If it's standard storm damage, we book an inspection within 24 to 48 hours. Either way, both paths lead to our tarping and emergency service protocols. We use our satellite shopping tool to get rough roof measurements before we even arrive, then assign a crew for tarping if needed. After that, we schedule a follow-up for the full inspection and even offer adjuster appointment support because most homeowners have never dealt with insurance claims before. The metrics we're tracking: time from lead to tarp, close rate on storm jobs, and neighborhood referrals. Why does this matter? This system is about showing up first and right. Trust is won or lost in minutes during disasters. We help you become the calm in the chaos, and that's how you own a neighborhood after a storm hits. Now for the estimate and close system. This system is designed to convert your qualified leads into paying customers with a frictionless quoting experience that actually gets results. The reality is, manual quoting kills momentum and confuses homeowners. You're spending hours creating proposals that sit unopened, then chasing people who were never serious buyers to begin with. First, your inspector receives the job details through the system. They're not going in blind. They already know the homeowner's preferences, budget range, and specific concerns before they even arrive. The system will send a text message letting them know the inspector is on the way and a photo of them. During the on-site inspection, your inspector uses the checklist and photo protocols to gather everything needed. But here's the key. They're bringing the shingle samples the homeowner already chose from your initial qualifying process, plus extras to show them additional options right there on the spot. After the inspection, your inspector fills out the survey that generates the quote submission automatically, right there in front of the homeowner. No waiting, no, we'll get back to you. The quote displays your good, better, best options instantly, and your inspector works with the lead on the spot to decide which tier they want. This is where you close, not days later through email follow-ups. If for some reason they don't decide immediately, the system tracks their engagement and triggers your objection handling sequence. But the goal is always to walk away with a signed contract. You're measuring quote to close ratios, same day close rates, and which tier converts best during on-site presentations. The difference this makes is huge. You're not chasing ghosts anymore. You're closing deals while the iron is hot, and your inspector becomes your closer, not just someone taking measurements. Now we move into the production system. This is where you deliver every job smoothly, efficiently, and profitably, without the chaos that kills most roofing companies. Most contractors live in constant firefighting mode, disorganized installs, last-minute material runs, angry homeowners calling because nobody told them what to expect, and project managers who are drowning in details. Here's how this changes everything. Once you close a deal, the job gets automatically assigned to your crew through the system. No more handwritten notes or hoping someone remembers to pass along the details. Your materials get ordered and tracked automatically. The system knows what was sold, when it needs to arrive, and sends alerts if there are delays. Plus, you're doing project check-ins with your customers so they know exactly what's happening and when. Before work starts, you're doing a pre-install walkthrough with both your crew and the customer. Everyone's on the same page about access, timing, and expectations. You're also completing surveys and uploading before photos right into the system. During the job, your crew uploads progress photos as they work. If you want drone shots during the project, the system schedules those too. Everything gets documented in real time. The project gets managed through your customer's project management system so they can see progress without calling you every day. When the job's complete, you get the final review notification and schedule the post walkthrough immediately. Here's where it gets smart. The certificate of completion gets sent to your customer to get signed. Once signed, it automatically goes to the insurance company if needed. If it doesn't get signed, the system sends it back to your project manager in your PM system for follow-up. After drone shots confirm everything's perfect and for after photos. Then the project gets marked complete and your upsell cross-sell campaigns kick in automatically for referrals and future work. We're tracking job cycle times, install success rates, and warranty claims to keep improving. This system eliminates the guesswork that keeps you stuck putting out fires. You get clarity, accountability, and a repeatable process that runs without you micromanaging every detail. Finally, we have the reputation system. This is about turning every completed job into a revenue machine that keeps working for years. Because the real money isn't in the first sale, it's in everything that comes after. Most roofers finish a job, collect payment, and disappear. They're leaving thousands on the table because they don't understand that a satisfied customer is just getting started as a profit center. Here's what happens after your job moves to complete. The system automatically checks customer satisfaction. This isn't just a courtesy call. You're identifying problems before they become Google reviews that kill your business. If they're dissatisfied, you send a personalized thank you message and your PM gets flagged for immediate follow-up. You're solving problems while they're still solvable. If they're satisfied, you immediately send a review request. But you're not just asking for a review, you're making it easy with direct links and clear instructions. Then you wait a few days and send your referral request with incentives. You're striking while the satisfaction is hot and the experience is fresh in their mind. But here's where most companies stop and where you keep going. You're tracking review rates, referral close percentages, and how many customers you can reactivate after 90 days. This system makes sure you stay in front of every customer for years. A single satisfied customer isn't worth the $15,000 they paid you. They're worth $75,000 over time when you factor in referrals, repeat business, and neighbors who see your work. The difference between contractors who struggle and those who dominate isn't just better roofing. It's better systems that turn one customer into 10. Now let's move over to our external systems. I know I'm skipping the hiring and training systems, but I'll come back to that. The management system is about giving you complete visibility into your business without having to run every single part of it personally. The problem most owners face is they're making decisions based on gut feelings instead of real data. You can't fix what you can't see, and you can't scale what you can't measure. Here's how this works. Every day, you get a pipeline snapshot that shows you leads, quotes, and bills in real time. You're not wondering where things stand. You know exactly what's in your funnel and what's moving through it. Daily, weekly, or monthly, your choice. You get job progress and sales updates automatically. No more hunting down your project managers or sales guys to figure out what's happening. The system tells you who's performing and where the bottlenecks are. When something's breaking down, bottleneck alerts get sent to your managers immediately. Problems get flagged before they become disasters that land on your desk. Then we have our one-on-one strategy calls where we discuss and adjust strategy with data-driven insights. We're not guessing about what needs to change. We're looking at actual numbers and making informed decisions. We're tracking weekly close rates, install backlogs, and team performance snapshots across every part of your business. This system gives you the cockpit view of your company without being buried in the weeds. You'll finally graduate from being the guy who fixes everything to being the CEO who steers the ship. Your managers run their departments and you run the business. Now let's circle back to the hiring and training systems. And this is where it gets really interesting for you. We're actively developing a complete plug-and-play hiring and training system, and we're looking for a few roofing companies to partner with us as case studies. If you're struggling with crew turnover, new sales rep ramp-up time, or finding quality admin help, this system is being built specifically to solve those problems. You'd help us refine it, get it implemented in your business before anyone else, and be among the first to benefit from a fully systemized recruiting and training pipeline. Now, if you're still putting out every fire, chasing down every lead, and babysitting every install, you're not running a business. You're running yourself into the ground. We'll implement this foundation and build customized systems that are geared towards your specific pain points, bottlenecks, and constraints. You can keep doing what you're doing, hoping things will somehow get easier, that the next hire will stick, or that leads will magically start converting better. Most contractors choose this path because it feels safer than change. Or you can decide that you're done being the bottleneck in your own business. This is how we're getting roofing company owners completely removed from day-to-day operations within 4 to 8 months. Book a discovery call right now. We'll walk through your current setup, show you exactly which systems we'd implement first and map out how quickly you could start getting your nights and weekends back. This isn't about adding more work to your plate. It's about building the business that works for you instead of the other way around. The question is simple. Are you ready to stop being busy and start being profitable?